Mr. Ajay took a loan of 5,000 rupees on 20th Jan 2010 and repaid rupees 5,080 on 1st April 2010. Find the rate of simple interest. So we are left out with few questions under simple interest. Let's finish that off first before going to compound interest. Okay. So in this question, Ajay has taken a loan of 5,000 on 20th Jan and he repaid 5,080 rupees on April 1st. So let us write down what all is given to us. Firstly, solution. Amount is given to us, which is 5,080. Principal is given to us, which is 5,000 rupees. And then they have given us the time. So time is from 20th Jan 2010 to 1st April 2010. So we have to find out how many number of days. So find out, in January we have 31 days. So 31 minus 19 days, how much do you get? You get 12 days in Jan, then 28 days in February, and then 31 days in March. And since we are leaving the last date, we will consider the 20th Jan and we'll leave the last date. Now say me how many number of days. 12 plus 28 plus 31 will give us 71 days. Yes, correct, Rida, which is nothing but 71 divided by 365 will give us 0.2 years. So the time is 0.2 years. And one more thing, what you can calculate by using both the amounts or both the numbers given is, you can find out the simple interest value. How do you find the simple interest value? Amount minus principal will give you the interest. So if you see amount, it is 5,080. Principal is 5,000. So your simple interest value is rupees 80. Okay. So by using the two amounts, we have calculated simple interest value, and by using the time period, we have found out what is the time we have to utilize. Now just use simple interest formula to find out, just use simple interest formula to find out the rate of simple interest. Okay, or we have to use simple interest formula to find out R. Let us start. Simple interest is equal to PTR by 100. So what is simple interest? 80 rupees is the simple interest, is equal to principal is 5,000, time is 0.2 years, and we don't know what is R, divided by 100. Now take 100 to the other side. 800 into 100 is equal to 5,000 into 0.2. How much do you get? 5,000 into 0.2 will give you 1000 R. So 8, 1, 2, 3, 4 is equal to 1000 R. So 80,000 divided by 1000 is equal to R. 3 zeros, 3 zeros. Wait. I think I made a mistake somewhere. Yeah, this is not 800, this is 80. So 80 into 100, you'll get 8,000. So 8,000 divided by 1000. So your percentage of simple interest will be 8%. Is it clear? So the percentage of simple interest is 8%. Any doubts in that question? Which part you want me to explain, Rida? Can you be specific? Which part you want me to explain? Ending. Okay. Okay. So we have taken the simple interest formula. Now we know the simple interest is 80 rupees. Principal is 5,000. Time period is 0.2 years. And we don't know what is R. Okay. So 80 rupees is equal to 5,000 into 0.2 into R by 100. So if I take 100 to the other side, division will become multiplication. So 80 into 100 is equal to 5,000 into 0.2 will give me 1000 R. And then 8,000 is equal to, now how did I get 8,000? 80 into 100. So 80 has 1 0, 100 has 2 zeros. So 80 into 100 is 8,000. Now what was the mistake I did was I took here as 800. So that is why it went wrong that time. So the actual interest is 80 rupees into 100, which is 8,000. Now divide, take this 1000 to the other side, which will become multiplication to division. So if you cancel the zeros here, three zeros, if you cancel, the rate of interest will be 8%. Now is it clear? Okay, good. Now this question is a homework. This is same as the previous one, where you have to find the difference between two amounts and find the simple interest rate and find the simple interest percentage. Okay, this is a homework problem. Try it. Try it. If you did not get it, then we will see how to solve that. Okay, now next, in what time will rupees 800 amounts to 896 at 6% per annum simple interest? So in what time? Time means we have to find out the t, where they will be giving us A, they'll be giving us P and R. All these three will be given. So using these three, we have to find out the time value. Fine. So let us write what all is given to us, and then we'll be able to solve the problem easily. So firstly, what is given? In what time will 800 amount to 896? So principal is rupees 800 and amount is 896. Rate of interest is 6%. We don't know what is the time. It is still a simple interest problem. So simple interest formula PTR by 100. Now when you have principal and amount, you can find the simple interest. So simple interest is equal to amount minus principal. So 896 minus 800, which is 96. This will be the simple interest. Now let us use that in the formula. 96 is equal to principal is 800. We don't know what is the time, into rate of interest is 6% divided by 100. Now I am taking this 100 to the other side. So it will become 96 into 100 is equal to 800 into 6 here. How much will you get? 800 into 6 is 4800 T. Okay, 4800 T. So 9600 is equal to 4800 T. So 9600 divided by 4800 is equal to T. Therefore, what will be the time? 9600 divided by 4800 will give me 2. So it is a simple interest. This will be known as 2 years. You just have to do the mathematics and you'll get a number. If it is a time, it will be 2 years. If it is the percentage, it will be rate of interest. And if it is amount, it will be either principal or the amount. Did you all understand this problem? Okay. Now one more similar problem. In what period will 8,000 amount to 10,400 at 12% per annum simple interest? Now try solving this. Try solving this. Principal is 8,000. Amount is 10,400. Rate of interest is 12%. Time we don't know. Now solve this and say me what should be the time. Let us see. Let's see who can say me the answer quickly. Same method, how we solved the previous one, use the same method to solve. What is the simple interest value? How much do you get? 10,400 minus 8,000. 2,400 should be the simple interest value. Then use the simple interest formula. Yeah, 2,400. Say me the final time. Anybody got the answer? So 241234 zeros is equal to 9600 T. So 241234 divided by 9600 is equal to T. And then 8000 into 12, what is the amount? 8000 into 12. 96,000. Okay. I've missed a zero here. 96,000 T. So 96,000. So it's going to be 2.5 years is equal to T. This is the final answer. Understood? Is it clear? Yeah, 2.5 years, correct. Now, the next question. A businessman borrowed rupees 20,000 in total from two banks. The first bank charges 18% per annum simple interest, and the second bank charges 16% per annum simple interest. The total interest paid for the first year is 3,440. How much does he borrow from the each bank? So this is the last question under simple interest. So understand the question. A person, a businessman is borrowing 20,000 rupees. He's taking a loan of 20,000 rupees from two banks. First bank, second bank. If first bank is charging 18% per annum simple interest, and second bank is charging 16% per annum simple interest, totally interest paid is rupees 3,440. They are asking us how much did he borrow from each bank. This is the question analysis. Okay, now let us define few variables and then we will directly get into the problem. So firstly, let the principal borrowed be X. This is obviously X rupees. Okay, rupees X. Then principal borrowed, okay, this has to be from banks, has to be written. Yeah, sorry. Let the principal borrowed be rupees X from first bank. We have two banks from first bank. Therefore, let principal borrowed from second bank. Now, if total loan was 20,000 and if one bank, we are assuming X, the other bank will be 20,000 minus X. Correct? We can assume it as 20,000 minus X. If one bank is X rupees, the other bank will be 20,000 minus X rupees. So that will be the first derivation. Now, since it is a simple interest problem, let us write down the formula PTR by 100. Okay. Now we know separately how much was the interest amount which is charged by each of the bank. Now let us try to put that into the formula and find out how much interest can be taken or how much interest was charged. Now from first bank, principal is assumed as X. If you see here, let the principal borrowed by BX from the first bank. So principal is X. Time is 1 year. Since nothing is mentioned here, time is okay, it is mentioned here. See here, first year. So time is mentioned, which is first year. So time is 1. Rate of interest from the first bank is 18%. From the first bank, the rate of interest is 18%. So 18 divided by 100. So how much do you get? 18x by 100. 18 by 100 is 0.18 x. Okay, let me write it below. 0.18 x. So this is the interest for first bank. Now similarly, let us find out for second bank. So for second bank, what is the principal? 20,000 minus x is the principal into 1 year, and the percentage of interest is 16%. Okay, percentage of interest is 16% divided by 100. Do some simplification. 20,000 into 16 will give you 20,000 minus x into 16 by 100. So 20,000 into 16 will give you 3,20,000 minus 16x divided by 100. Now if you divide 3,20,000 by 100 and minus 16x by 100, how much do you get? It is something like this. 3,20,000 divided by 100 minus 16x by 100. Now how much will you get? 3,20,000 divided by 100 will give you 3,200 minus 16 divided by 100 will give you 0.16x. So this will be the interest. This will be the interest amount from the second bank. So interest amount from the first bank, interest amount from the second bank. Any doubt still here? Everybody understood? Good. Now, see this sentence. The total interest paid for the first year is 3,440. So from two banks, if you add both of the interest, you are supposed to get rupees 3,440. Okay. So total interest paid is rupees 3,440. Therefore, interest from first bank 0.18x plus interest from second bank 3200 minus 0.16x is equal to rupees 3440. Okay, so if we add both the interest, we are going to get 3440 as the interest amount. Now let us do the simplification. 0.18x plus 3200 minus 0.16x is equal to rupees 3440. Now 0.18 minus 0.16 will give us 0.02x plus 3200 is equal to rupees 3440. Now take this 3200 to the other side. 0.02x is equal to 3440 minus 3200. So 0.02x is equal to, how much do you get? 3440 minus 3200 is 240. So x is equal to 240 by 0.02. So x is equal to 12,000. So we have got the value of x. Now what was the derivation? Value of x, what was the derivation? Let the principal borrowed from the first bank be x. So whatever x we have found out of 12,000 is the principal of the first bank. So let us write the conclusion now. Therefore, principal borrowed from first bank is equal to rupees 12,000. Principal borrowed from second bank is 20,000 minus 12,000 is rupees 8,000. Okay. Understood? Is it clear? Okay. Now that completes our simple interest concept. Now let us go to the compound interest. So in simple interest, what did we understand? On the basic amount, on the amount that is there, we directly calculated the interest on the principal. Right? Now in the compound interest, we will be calculating the interest on the accumulated sum. Okay. Now let us take an example. Let us take an example. Simple interest, compound interest. Now in simple interest, say suppose the principal is 100. Okay. In compound interest also principal is 100. Now in simple interest, we will calculate the interest, let's say 10%. 10% of 100 is 10 rupees. So 110 is the amount after first year. In compound interest also, interest is 10%. First year it will be same. Now in the second year, in simple interest, again you will calculate interest on 100 rupees. You will not calculate interest on 110. Okay. This 10% here will be calculated on 100 rupees. So what will be your interest amount? It will be 10 rupees only. But when you come to compound interest, for the second year 10%, it will be calculated on the accumulated amount. Accumulated amount means this amount of 110. So we will be calculating interest amount on 110 into 10%, which is nothing but 11 rupees. So if you see, there is 1 rupee difference here. So you get 120 and here you will get 121 rupees. You can say, ma'am, it's only 1 rupee. How does it make much difference? When it is small amount, it is 1 rupee. But when it is big amount, it will multiply. It will take on to the next, it will accumulate into a more money. Okay. So simple interest, compound interest, this is how we do the difference. So in compound interest, we will be calculating the interest on the accumulated money and not on the principal amount. So this is known as compound interest. And for compound interest, we have the formula where we will be using the formula to calculate the problems directly. Okay. So the formula for the compound interest is P into 1 plus R by 100 into to the power of T. Principal into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T minus P. If you want to find the compound interest, you have to subtract the principal from this amount, whatever you have got. From whatever amount you get here, subtract principal. And there is one more formula to directly calculate amount. That is principal into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T. Only this part, if you calculate, that will be amount. If you subtract principal, that will become compound interest. So these are the basic formulas. Now let us directly get into the problem. So the first problem. The first problem is calculation of compound interest. Let us see what all is given. Calculate compound interest on rupees 5,000 at 5% rate of interest per annum for 3 years. So what is given? Principal is given, which is 5,000. Rate of interest is given, which is 5%. And time is given, which is 3 years. Now put the formula of compound interest. What is the formula? Compound interest is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T minus P. This is the formula. Now let us solve this. Principal is 5,000 into 1 plus R is 5% divided by 100 minus principal 5,000. Now if you solve this, 5,000 into 1 plus 0.05 minus 5,000. Oh, sorry, I forgot the T value to the power 3. Let us write this a little below because it can look overlapped. 5,000 1 plus 0.05 to the power 3 minus 5,000. So 5,000 1.05 to the power 3 minus 5,000. So 5,000 into 1.05 to the power 3. How much do you get? Multiply 1.05 3 times. 1.05 into 1.05 into 1.05. How much do you get? 1.1576. So 1.157625 is the value minus 5,000. Okay. Now in the next step, for this multiply 5,000. So you will get 5,788.125 minus 5,000, which is equal to your compound interest will be 788.125. So this is the answer for compound interest. Just application of formula. Is it clear? Yes, 788.125. Is it clear? Good. Yeah. Now, moving to the next question. Find the compound interest of 20,000 at 6% per annum for 4 years and also find the simple interest. So, solve it along with me. What is given? Principal is rupees 20,000. Rate of interest is 6%. Time is 4 years. Put the formula. Compound interest is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T minus P. 20,000 into 1 plus, so R is 6 by 100 to the power T minus 20,000. So let's solve this. 1